with him the other day. Dude, like, what is going on? He just kind of like brushed it off.
Yeah, he's like, his movement leaves much to be desired. But here we go. First side, game 3. It is going to be a 2-0 lead in the series right now for Faze. Clayster going to be holding that power position up at top AC. His teammates doing the rest. That's Zuma picking up a couple kills, and he's pushing straight into bottom broken. Unfortunately, the rest of his team dying around him. Now you've got the spawn coming in for Palace due to his presence there. And the fact that he pushed through bottom broken kind of gave them a spawn closer mid-map, and this might open things up for them.
Yeah, Complexity just got to win a few gunfights here, and they could potentially get a 1-point toss-off, and they win a lot. And they could be, if they get this one around the corner, they could potentially get in for a 2-point. And Parasite able to win the gunfight. See, a teammate's going to pick up the drone. It's going to be in the hands of Nameless. Nice. He's going to be able to bring that win in for a dunk. Really nice start there for Complexity.
Yeah, incredible stuff there. The hip fire connects with the face around the corner. A little bit of luck, a little bit of magic, but it leads to a dunk. Enable has a lead blocker. He's trying to push outside of Palace here. 1-point toss seems to be open, but he may want to go for more. Realizes there's one more player in the back. Wisely takes the 1-point shot and flushes it through.
Now, something when they switch the AR role from Clay to from Enable to Clay.
Hello.
You see Clay going to get a melee kill there with the drone. I feel like with Enable, he's a great slayer with the assault rifle, right? I feel like Clay with the assault rifle helps the teammates out a little bit more because he knows how to play for those spawns, right? Enable's never been a guy who's been the anchor on a team. He's always been a guy who's going to push out, slay, get as many kills. And I feel like when they switch those roles, you kind of saw Attach even start to play a little bit better.
Well, to be fair, I mean, since he's been playing Call of Duty, the term anchor hasn't really been a thing for the most part due to changes in game types or due to how Hardpoint kind of worked in Advanced Warfare, but that's going to be a dunk going on through for Faze. Early dunk for Complexity has now been completely countered and erased. Faze now starting to roll. They want to wrap this one through Palace. He's got 2 players out front leading the way. We'll see how this plays out as Parasite clutches up to at least slow this down. Is he going to go for the deep toss way up high? Will the bounce come through? Nope, that's caught by Ricky.
Ricky's going to catch it, and they're actually going to bring this one straight through Palace. And see, he's got 2 teammates directly in front of him. 1 player on the Complexity side of thing going to be flanking towards that middle of the map. That's going to be Parasite. He's going to pick up 1. So now Clay knows there's another player behind him. He's going to miss a lot of shots with the RK5. Ricky, though, gets caught by Attach. Attach picks up a big 2-piece in the drone down in such a bad position. It looks like Faze able to get a rotation back to their base to play some good defense.
Yeah, there may be a 1-point chance still. Yeah, it's over the top. Look accurate to me, but it's actually going to miss. Goes out the back. Attach has it. Attach is now resetting. Nobody mid-map as Clayster picks up the kill. Control will remain for Faze with a 2-point advantage here. Now we talk about, tell me a little bit about the kind of preferred side versus the weaker side on this map. Who is starting out? How do you feel about this scoreline of 4-2 right now?
Well, I think you feel pretty good about it if you're Complexity. And it's interesting, we talk about the preferred side versus the weak side. And Faze right now, you would say, is playing on the preferred side. But we've seen some nice scores from the so-called weaker side today. In some of the series earlier, I remember we saw some dunks, we saw some tie games going into the half. So we've seen it balance out a little bit here at LAN.
Well, the drone's going to end up resetting, Matt. It's attached there mid-map with Kinetic. His teammates doing all the dirty work as they pick up the kills. That's Enable picking up 1 more, and that is a clear base. His Attach is going to flush 1 more through. 6-2 the score. Faze looking to bury this Complexity roster.
If you blow up the mini-map, Maven, you can see they have that perfect setup we were talking about earlier. Attach in front of Enable. He's going to try and bait out some shots here. He's going to get taken out by Parasite, but gives Enable enough time to bring that in for a 2-point play.
And look where the other 2 players are. They're bottom broken and mid-map, ready to keep this going. Complexity is on their back foot right now. They cannot control the pressure of Faze as they are running away with this one. Faze, too strong.
Now Clay's going to get into a nice spot, going to go for a 1-point throw from a long distance. He's going to miss that, and is there anyone able to get into the Complexity base? It's going to be Nameless. Just a player coming over from half wall. He's got to get it off. And a smart play there by Nameless not to run it out. And yeah, Zuma was coming pretty quick.
He got cleaned up almost as soon as he got that one off. This is the first time we've kind of seen a player at mid-map right now for the side of Complexity. It's Ricky. He has some help there from Miracles. Gonna grab this drone. You really want to get some points on the board here in the final 40 seconds. Try to bring this one just a little bit tighter. Miracles is going to be the man in front with kinetic armor, leading the way. Weakens 1, picks up 1, shuts down Clayster's Tempest. Can they get points on the board? Ricky's going to try to get through, but there's so much pressure. He wants the dunk, has to go for 1, and that interception was very, very nearly a thing, but there's still time for a counter. Clayster's grab it. He grabbed it. He's going to go topside. He's got Enable out front. He's going to be able to push here. This should be a guaranteed 1-point opportunity.
He's going to go.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Fantastic play by Miracles from behind.
Nice stuff. They keep it at 5. Well, actually, no, yeah, he doesn't have time to get to
No.
it. Drone down, but not going to be able to get around to it. 8-3 will be the advantage. Faze leading the series 2-0, primed and in position here to take a 3-0 advantage.
Yeah, I think Faze smells blood in the water, so to speak, man.
Yeah.
I think they're out for blood here. They know they have Complexity on their heels, a team that very emotional after a tough S&D loss with a big comeback by Faze. I think they know they win this map, they can kind of put the nail in the coffin in Game 4.
I agree with you completely. Only thing I can say that Complexity can do is just somehow sneak away, I guess, a map win. If they can get a win under their belt, kind of forget those first 2 games, give themselves a chance. But yeah, the more Faze keeps rolling like this, Complexity is just not going to be able to get anything going.
See how the beginning of this map starts. It's going to be important for Ricky to hold this position at top AC. Doesn't want players from Faze flooding into their lab and enable an attach, win some gunfights, and he's the only one left. You see the nades come flying in, but he does a good job not backing down, forcing that drone to go all the way over by Rick's side, and now his teammates, he's just going to rely on them on the right side of the map to win some gunfights, and he's going to hold down at mid position. You see Miracles, though, on the right-hand side, the one we were talking about. Zuma's going to win 2 fights with the Scythe. Nameless now with the Annihilator in hand. He's going to be able to get one.
He still
picks up
gets it
the
off.
second, but he gets it off just in time. It's going to be a 1-point play.
That's a quick shot there around the corner. The quick release makes sure that Nameless can't get that Annihilator shot off in time. 1 more point on the board, but now you've got drone control for the side of Complexity. They're wrapping up top. The first person to play a little bit of defense here is going to be Enable. Tags up 1, backs away, eventually will fall. Let's look on with the drone carrier for a little bit here, see what Complexity can get done.
Is it just me, or Complexity playing pretty passive here? Like when
Yeah.
Faze had the drone,
Sure.
and obviously it's just the way Faze kind of plays naturally. You see Zuma flying at the opposing team, attach as well. And, you know, Complexity has some players who can do that. Miracles can get aggressive, Parasite can as well. It just seems playing way too slow when they get control of the drone. They need to go and make decisions. Even when they're trying to bring it in from the first half of the game, it was just really slow to get anything to develop.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, man. What Complexity do differently? How can they come back in this one? One map win can really do it for them. Is it really just that slow, passive gameplay? Is that what has to change here?
Yeah, I think, you know, if you're Complexity, you can have a guy like Miracles. You've got to get him fired up and playing really aggressive in the opposing team's face. I feel like that's when he's at his best, and it just opens up lanes for the rest of the team.
Very, very true. I could not agree with you more. Ricky's got it now. They have a chance here to maybe narrow this margin a little bit. He's got a player out front, his lead blocker trying to pick up kills, but unfortunately, I think it's dropping to Enable and Attach as they get some kills, and just like that, he's having to retreat, go back to mid-map. Drone's back off spawn, and it's in Ricky's hands again.
Well, let's see if they can make anything happen with it. I mean, he just brings it over by Palace. He's getting tagged up from so many players, has to turn around, challenge one. He's going to be able to take Enable out on top mid-hut. You see he's going to win a gunfight there versus Clay, not able to take Zuma out. And that's the difference between these two teams, right? Ricky picks up 2 kills. Looks like Complexity could get the drone, move up. There's nobody there. And by the time players do get to that position, Zuma's flying in, picking up a 2-piece. It's Attached, picking up a 2-piece. Which has really been the difference in this game.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. They just need a little bit more effective slaying in front, too. And when they do get those kills, they need to take advantage of it. And look how spread out they are right now. Attaching him to run right up the middle. He's guaranteed a 1-point opportunity. He might be able to go for more if his teammate can pick up some kills. He just goes over the top, but there's the interception. That's Parasite going big for his team, making sure this margin does not exceed 6. They've got just under 2 minutes to go. Certainly still in it. We've seen crazier things happen over the course of the weekend, but it is not going to be an easy task here.
Well, the drone down in a bad spot, and you see Enable set up, block players off. He's actually able to take out one with his HC, but you see there's a player over by cages. They have
that's
enough.
A deep one.
That's a very deep 1-point throw. He's going to connect with it over the building. I actually thought, you know, they could have potentially tried to force a 2-point play there and really put the nail in the coffin, but see Clay going for that 1-point throw. He's going to win another gunfight in the middle of the map with the RK5, and a minute 20 to go, 7-point lead.
You can play keep away.
Looks pretty good for Faze.
You can do whatever you want at this point. Go for 1-point tosses. Just play keep away with the drone. Apparently get into a boxing match at AC. I have no idea how he's alive. He almost picks up the kill and Enable.
That was just
falls
ugly
off the map.
altogether. It was ugly from Enable, ugly from the other player who just ran away, didn't want us to see who it was.
No, I wish I wasn't on with him during that because it didn't look pretty.
Yeah, no. But you know, the game overall looking pretty from Faze. I mean, a pretty dominant win and a map mode combination. You expected them to continue that success on.
Well, 7-point lead. 45 seconds. This one's all but over, and that's a Tempest for Clayster coming in. It was a difference maker in the hard point. Doesn't have much of an impact here, but nonetheless, I mean, there weren't a lot of big play moments. It was kind of a methodical effort on the first side from Faze, where they really took advantage. Big performance from all the guys, and they're able to take this one.
It's not looking good for Complexity either, as, I mean, they get a 2-point play there at the end, but Faze, undefeated in Stronghold, CTF, Complexity, they've only gotten 1 map win in that, and it was in the final second, so not a strong map win as well. Very dangerous for them going into this next one.
It certainly is. 10 seconds left on the clock. I mean, they just don't have enough time. Complexity finally looks good, finally gets the train going a little bit, but it's one of those cases of too little, too late. Not going to be enough time to get it done, and Faze going to take a 3-0 advantage in this one. And I hear we actually do have Ashley on stage.